show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or are watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a member of the Uncommon Folk from day one or joined as recently as this week, I really appreciate all the love and all this warmth and support that you continue to give me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok. You really touch me in a special way with your warmth and support. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and all those who watch from the clouds, even the haters. So therefore, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. Okay. So tonight we're having another episode of Open Discussion. Now, for those who are not familiar, Open Discussion, what that entails is I will discuss several topics. I would also encourage your feedback regarding topics where I'll be talking about. Also, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, I will do my best to discuss those items. Okay, as long as they're not bizarre or crazy or what have you. So, before I forget, let me just state that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone at any time wishes to join the panel and to opine regarding anything, they may do so. Let me make this perfectly clear. If I have never seen you before, either here or any platform, I will insist that you come up in the backstage to make sure that you or anyone does not flash anything inappropriate, which will cause the good people of YouTube to take down the stream. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the fact that this platform, Uncommon Sense by Jose Negron, has reached a new milestone. This platform has gained 90,000 views. Okay. To that, I really appreciate all of you who have viewed my content, whether it be those who have subscribed to my channel, whether it be those who have not, whether it be those who have checked out my channel out of curiosity, also the haters who love the hate watch, little or me, okay? So I really do appreciate all the warmth and all the support that all of you continue to give me. And I also want to, again, I want to give a huge shout out to all my supporters. Okay. Because it's you who made it possible to achieve, for me to achieve the success I have gained. Okay. It's not easy week after week trying to produce content that engages the audience. So the fact that week after week there are people who enjoy my content, I really appreciate that. Okay. So the next thing is I have a goal by the end of June of 400 subs. Now, why 400 subs? First of all, it's part of a overall goal, which is to gain enough subs and enough watch hours in order to be monetized. Now, in all fairness, I don't anticipate that I'm going to grow rich off of whatever YouTube sees fit to give me, but any little bit helps. Okay. And also, I generally don't ask people to hit me up with my Cash App, but if you feel inclined, you can do so. The Cash App is $ cute one and Y. So that's $ cute one and Y cute something. $cute one and Y. So if anyone feels inclined to hit my Cash App with a donation, it will be greatly appreciated. Okay. So right now I'm at 370 subs. So basically, if I'm able to gain 15 subs this month, and 15 next month, I will gain 400. Okay. And of course, we all know that when it comes to serious content creators like myself, the growth can be very slow. It seems like you either have to be very creative or you have to be very feisty uh, to gain subs. I'm happy with the fact that I've gained 370 subs, and most of my content has been content. Yes, I've done a few reaction videos and things of that nature, but generally I don't do reaction videos because that's just not me. Of course, the goal I have another goal. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Is to reach 500 subs by the end of the year. Okay, so that could be a challenge because here we are. Here we are in May, so I'm not too sure what is the math, but in any case, I do not take for granted the love and support that I have received from all of you. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is, of course, the former President Donald Trump. Now, of course, he has his trial in New York regarding allegations of hush money, regarding his alleged affair with Stormy Daniels. And again, I have to say alleged. Okay. Because the fact of the matter is, and again, I keep saying this and I'm going to continue to state this, which is everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, even Donald Trump. As much, and I know he whines about how unfair the court system is. Basically, he's dealing with accountability for one of the few times in his life. Of course, those who try to escape accountability, for some people, accountability is like kryptonite. Okay, it is their weakness. That's the reality. And of course, another problem he has is that staying awake during trial. Okay. And usually what happens is they'll have like a sidebar. In other words, the attorneys will have a private conversation with the judge, which then what happens is Donald Trump begins to sleep during the trial. So as a way to try to keep him awake, there's one lawyer that will stand by Donald Trump giving him papers, trying to get him engaged, trying to make sure that he stays awake because they are deciding his fate. So it would behoove him to stay awake during the whole process and also to properly instruct his attorneys on how to proceed. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is next week's schedule. Okay. Um, so Mondays, I'll be doing my streams at a later hour, which will be 9:30 p.m. Now, generally, I don't do streams that late during the week, which is why I'm doing it tonight at 9:30. But due to the fact that I'm working remotely Monday and Tuesday, that means I get to go to bed at a later time. That means I get to wake up those days at a later time. So instead of waking up at 5 o'clock, I wake up at 7, meaning that I don't have to worry about commuting to work. So next week's schedule is going to be Monday, Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a stream. I'll do another stream either Wednesday or Thursday night, and of course I have my Friday stream. Also, I'm going to start addressing mental health issues. Why? Because we're always going to have a need to address mental health issues because at various points in our life, we face bouts of depression, anxiety, fear. So I'm going to be addressing it. I have not yet decided what would be the topic. I'll probably do a topic regarding mental health either Monday or Wednesday and Thursday. We'll just have to play it by ear regarding that situation. Of course, I'm going to be doing another episode of Latina Diaspora. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, it is another YouTube channel. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah. The fact of the matter is we have a lot. Sorry about that. In fact, we have a lot of people in these YouTube streets that have mental health issues. Let's keep it real, okay? And we can see it by the way they react, okay? And also talking about the same topics again and again and again, and going on regarding old beefs that's been old, going back as 2022, 2020. So it's like, when you guys are going to get a life and move on. Speaking about move on, I wasn't even going to mention this, but guess what? Okay. Believe it or not, I actually spoke with my ex-wife tonight. Okay. Now, the reason, she reached out to me asking to have a discussion with me. So I said, okay, fine, we can have a discussion. But the minute you start going, you start going crazy, you're being hostile or being disrespectful. Guess what? I'm gonna end the call and I'm gonna block you. So basically, the whole purpose was to ask my forgiveness for all the stupidity that she caused during our marriage and then after that with the divorce. Now, one thing, and I said this multiple times. It wasn't all her fault that it ended in divorce. We both had a part to this. I have said that this, and I said that to her. If I do and decide to have meet her face to face, I will say it again. We both play a role as far as why the marriage ended in divorce. It's just that we just couldn't mesh together. Okay, it was not that meant to be. So, and then she talking about, well, she didn't have the maturity level to appreciate being married to a good man. I said, well, you know, you can still marry someone else if you wish. And can we be friends? Eh, I don't know. I have to wait and see. Okay. I have to wait and see what is coming. First of all, it does not help for me to hold a beef regarding my ex-wife. Okay. It was a messy divorce. It was a messy divorce. Uh, you know, a lot of angry words that was said. Okay. And I move on. And I told her that I don't hold any resentment towards her. It's just that she played a huge role in making life impossible for me. Okay. But one thing that I do very much try to remember, look, it's best not to hold on to beefs. Okay. First of all, you're not doing yourself any favors mentally. Okay. And to have resentment towards someone that caused you grief, it doesn't help you. The person that caused you harm has moved on, and it does that. It's not good mentally. You got to learn how to let go. Okay. And that's a problem that I see with a lot of these people here in these YouTube streets, is that they're not able to let things go. Okay. And they have to realize what happened. Okay. But the whole resentment and also hatred towards another person, you're not harming that person. What you're doing is you're harming yourself mentally. So, like I said, I don't hold any resentment towards my ex-wife. It just didn't work out. We both played a role regarding why it ended up in divorce, and we both went our separate ways. Can we be friends? Let's wait and see. Okay. Exactly. Oops, excuse me. So now, if you were to ask me, should you be friends with your ex-wife? Um, it goes by a case-by-case basis. Some people may not be at that stage where they can be friends with the ex-wife, with the ex-spouse. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, depending what trauma that you went through, and the fact that I went through a great deal of trauma with my ex-wife. I mean, if I brought her to the United States, oh heaven forbid, that the trauma would have been worse. But we shall see. We shall see. Um, But the thing, like I said before, you cannot hold grudges. It doesn't help you, and it basically what you're doing is you're hurting yourself mentally, and you gotta learn how to let go. And as always, a huge shout out to all my supporters. Okay, when I started my YouTube journey almost 3 years ago, um, I had absolutely no idea um, how it would grow. Okay, excuse me. It says, okay, this, okay. Just give me a moment. My computer is acting up. Could it be a struggle stream tonight? Okay. I guess if you want to look at it that way, but it's just that even when I was married to my ex-wife, the thing was I did not put down American women. Okay. And this is let me make this perfectly clear. I have no problem with a person going to whether it be the DR or South America or Central America with the purpose of finding uh, a suitable companion. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. My issue is when you badmouth American women. That's when it becomes an issue. Okay, and it's not necessary to do that. Okay, I know some American women are trashy. Some American women are basically 3 or 4s. But let's keep in mind there's some guys over here that they're not exactly husband material. Okay, and I don't like to make generalizations because it doesn't help. And the fact of the matter is, you can find good women to settle down and marry here in the United States. But you know what makes it so bad is when you have these guys, they go over to the DR, they go to Colombia, they go to Brazil for the purpose of not trying to find a significant other, but simply to smash. Okay. I mean, when you think about it, you're going to another country. Okay. You have to bear in mind that whatever country that you're going to visit, um, you need to be mindful of the customs. You need to be mindful of how they do things, and be respectable. Okay. But to go there basically for the specific purpose of smashing a local girl and getting a piece of tail. I mean, don't look, don't make it so obvious, and you don't broadcast it on social media. Okay, that doesn't go well. Okay, this is the thing. One thing we have to understand: if we want women to be submissive, we gotta get our own stuff together. Okay, we need to carry out our masculine role, which is to be hunters, protectors, providers. Okay, faithful men. Okay, we need to treat the ladies with respect, honor them, cherish them, treat them like queens, and then they'll treat us like kings. So it's reciprocal. Okay. If you want a lady to treat you like a king, you need to treat the lady like a queen, and it should be reciprocal. I always believe that. Um, I know I get ridiculed quite a bit because some of the beliefs I have are considered old-fashioned. Like, for example, when I first met my ex-wife, she wanted to smash right away. That's not me. Okay. Exactly. Okay. Now, she could understand why I didn't want to sleep with her. Because, first of all, I just met her and I'm in a country I've never been. So I have to be mindful and I have to be on my P's and Q's because I'm visiting their country. Okay. So I gotta abide by their norms, their rules, and things of that nature. I can't afford to think that they should do things like it's done in the United States, which is why whenever I do travel to a country, I do my research as far as excuse me, as far as how the customs and how the. So therefore, I don't become the ugly American. Okay, because unfortunately, some of us have a huge sense of entitlement. Let's keep it real. Okay. So my ex couldn't understand it, so I had to explain to her that, hey, that's not how I function. I don't smash on the first time meeting a girl. Okay. In fact, we didn't engage in intercourse until we were actually married. So, and yes, I actually saw this person in life. Yes, we actually consummated the marriage. Yes, I did. I did, engage in intercourse with my wife. But then again, she was my wife, so it was perfectly legal. Which speaking about, of course, I've shared this before. That late last year, I met this chick in Olive Garden. She seemed to be okay. I made the mistake of giving her my phone number. Next thing you know, she's calling me. She's blowing up my phone, whatever, calling me multiple times, and wanted to wanted to smash with me, which is like, no, I don't do that. And then before that, she was talking about she wanted to read my palms because she was into that kind of thing. I said, no, I don't date people who read palms. Okay. No, no judgment. It's just that's just not me. I don't believe in that sort of thing. And then, to be perfectly honest, after a while, she was starting to give me fatal attraction vibes. Okay. Now, if you remember the movie Fatal Attraction, it was a situation where a guy stepped out on his wife and engaged in a sexual relationship with another female. And then the guy decided to end it. And then the lady did wanted to end, wanted to continue. And she began terrorizing him and the family. At one point, boiled their bunny. So that's why, and so this chick was giving me fatal attraction vibes, which, and then to add insult to injury, she was being insensitive when my nephew passed away, asking me a question like, "Well, I'm going to inherit from my nephew." Like, how insensitive you could be. So eventually, I had no other choice but to block her. Not only block her one number, I had to block her 2 or 3 different numbers to make sure she doesn't try to call me. And then the last message she left me, my voicemail talking about, she found another guy to be her boyfriend, which is fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. He can deal with the fatal attraction chick. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is my other channel, which is called Latina Diaspora. Now, if you go into the description of the stream, you're going to see the link to my other channel. Okay. Now, why am I talking about it? Because first of all, I'm trying to create awareness. On that channel, I deal with issues as it pertains to Latinos, particularly Latinos born and raised in the United States, because we have our issues. Some of them is a question of identity. Some of them is trying to, we try so hard to assimilate to life in the United States that we can start to lose our culture and our emotional ties to the island of Puerto Rico. So this is an opportunity for us to discuss these topics. I'm going to be doing a stream on Tuesday. I have not decided what is going to be the topic. I will mention it on my stream on Monday. And of course, the same rules apply, which is basically make sure that they're mutually respectable and that people, be adults. Okay. The last thing you need is someone acting like a 6-year-old or a spoiled brat. Now, next week, I'm going to be doing a shout out for regarding the mothers. Okay, well, excuse me a moment. I don't know. I will have to, you know what, Irving? I will have to do research regarding Title IX to find out what it is and what is it that Joe Biden's doing. I might discuss that, I might discuss it briefly next week in one of our streams. As part of my my thoughts or something of that nature. So I have no idea. I'll have to do research on that. So of course I will do a shout out regarding the mothers next week. Mothers have a very special role. I mean, the good mothers, what they do is they do amazing things in nurturing children and being a role model for the daughters and things of that nature. And let's keep it real. When it comes to Mother's Day, for many people, it is a bittersweet time because, first of all, there are those who are estranged from their mothers. There are those who live far from their mothers. And then there's people like myself whose mothers have passed away. So whenever Mother's Day does come, it does get to be bittersweet. I mean, I will always miss my mom. My mother played a huge role in the type of person I am today. Okay. And I miss her a lot. But I know that she's in a better place. Now I'm going to turn off my camera because the Wi-Fi is acting up. Okay. So tonight is going to be a struggle stream. My apologies. Okay, let me see what. He wants let boys who identify as girls join sports teams that they're suing executive branch. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. I have huge issues with both Biden and Trump. Okay. And the fact that we had to choose between an 80-year-old and a near 80-year-old who sleeps, whose speech is slurring, who's facing 91 criminal acts and what have you, and he might become the first president to serve time in prison, or the very least, house arrest. That's not a good thing. And really, the only solution is we have a viable third party so we can pick someone else other than the two grumpy old men. Okay? And again, I always made it perfectly clear. Anyone who's over 60 should not be running for politics. I'm sorry. Okay? And people say, well, that's not fair. I said, well, is it fair that people be in politics so long that they lose their sense of reality and they're not able to develop empathy regarding their constituents? That that is just me. But going back to you think Bernie Sanders should run? I mean, look, he's almost as old as they are. Okay, so again, I'm sorry, but anyone over the age of 60 should not be in politics. Okay, we need to have young blood to come in and give us some fresh ideas. Okay, I mean, if you're gonna have president that serve, you know, term limitations, the same thing should apply to the Senate and the Congress. Okay, but then again, who am I? I'm just simply a small YouTube creator. Okay, so how to deal with Mother's Day when your mother is not with you because of death or what have you? Try to maintain good memories of your mom, and always bear in mind that you have an angel that's looking over you. Okay, and also try to apply the life lessons that you learn from your mom. Okay, I apologize. It's going to be a struggle from tonight. So if you try to apply the life lessons that you learn from your mother, in that way, your mother remains alive. Okay, and always cherish the memories of your mom. Okay, that I think is the best way to deal with Mother's Day when your mother is not around due to death. Okay, my mother would have been 91 this year. Okay, so I do miss my mom, but I know she's in a better place. Now, the next thing I'm thinking about, talk about is retirement. Okay, that's that time of life when that you have been working for a good 30, 40 years, and you're thinking about settling down. You're thinking about the golden years of your life, and you know, it, you know, it's a time of being a grandfatherly figure or a grandmotherly figure to to your grandchildren. Okay. And also the time for you to do the things that you wanted to do, but you never have the time to do. Okay. So, of course, now I'm doing research regarding what medical coverage are entitled because that's going to play a huge role in when I'm going to retire. Okay. And I don't believe in waiting until the last minute. Um, it's something that needs to be planned. And also, you need to think about what you're going to do when you retire. Okay. And then many things you can do. You can travel. Okay. You can develop new skills. You can develop new hobbies. You can go visit people in hospitals and things of that nature. So there's many things that you can do um, to keep yourself occupied. And it's been my experience, limited maybe, that if you keep yourself occupied, you're going to live longer. But you should always think about taking care of your health, particularly when you get to be my age, which is your 50s and your 60s. Okay. And if you're talking about any medical procedure, try to get that done before you retire. Okay. Because depending what medical coverage, whatever, when you retire, it could be more expensive. So, of course, when you before you retire, there's certain things you think about. One of them is making sure that you're able to live with the income that you have. Okay. In my case, I have three streams of income. I'll have my pension, I'll have my social security, and I'll have my 401k. So with that, I think I'll be able to live comfortably as long as I live within my means. Okay. So, of course, one thing I do hope to be able to do is get to the point when I become monetized, where I make money out of my content. Okay. Now I know there are people who don't anticipate ever getting to that point when they make money. I do see it as a reality. However, one thing I also bear in mind that this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And along the way, you're gonna have bumps along the way. Along the way, you're gonna slip and fall. Okay, it is part of life. The thing is, it's not a question of how hard that you get hit. It's a question how you're able to get up and take the blow and deal with what life brings you. So these are things to think about. So I hoping to the point where I will be monetized, where I'll start to make a little money and also have memberships. Okay. Where people can see contact that's geared just for them alone. Excuse me. Yep, that's true. That's true, but hey, it is what it is. Now, another thing I have not been doing lately is enabling the subscriber mode. I may start to do that. So it's kind of like a gentle nudge to people to subscribe to the channel because I always get a huge number of people. They'll view my content, but yet not many of them will subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'm not complaining because um, that's never been my way. Okay, yeah, I do expect things done to be properly, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it though. Okay, but I think I will start to enable the uh, subscription function. Of course, as a way to try to get more subs. Okay, and again, I always, what I said before, this is not a sprint; it's a marathon. Okay, and when I reached my first 100 subs, it was a big deal. When I reached my first 200 subs, it's another big deal. 300 is another big deal. Now that I have gained over 90,000 views. That's a lot of views, okay? And I recognize that all the success is because of people like you who week in and week out check my content, whether it be the lives or whether it be the shorts, whether it be the motivation messages and things of that nature. I truly value all of you. Okay. So let me see. So I probably will do that next week, or for 5 minutes. Okay. So I have been talking for almost an hour. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Is there anything that you would like for me to discuss here on this platform tonight? Okay. And again, as I stated, um, the link to join the panel has been pinned. And of course, you have the opportunity to join it live or join out on the playback. So, excuse me, this was not trying to font. So, next week I'll be doing the stream Monday night, Tuesday night, Friday night, and then Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. Um, looks like tonight is a quiet night. I don't see a lot of activity. So, of course, what I will do is, if no one joins me, if okay, I see Don Armando is going to be live later on. Um, so I'll probably catch that stream. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Well, the fact of the matter is, we do have celebrities that have huge egos. Okay. And they have to be the center of attention. They have to be the center of adoration. And um, that's just not me. Okay. I know there are people who love to be the center of attention, but that's not me. Okay. So, anybody have any other topics that you would like me to discuss? If you do, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I will start to wrap this up. Okay. But to be perfectly honest, I do look forward to with the opportunity to work remotely and take a look regarding what uniforms we need to wear. But that's another issue for another time. Um, to be perfectly honest, I don't do well discussing celebrities. Okay, that's not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's Friday, of course. I get it. So hopefully, people will catch it on the playback. Okay. Okay. I did. Okay. I did catch multi-stream. The other, excuse me, the other night, and it was, of course, you know, good. I mean, one thing I will say about multi is she does create a lot of great content. Okay. No, regardless of what some people think. Okay. I know everyone have their haters. I mean, so it is what it is. Okay. Just getting my glasses case. So yeah. So Irby, is there anything you wish we could discuss? Okay. Otherwise, yep, that was a great stream that she did. It was. And I'm happy to be able to share it on my community tab. Okay. Of course, we know that our least favorite expert from Canada is back on these YouTube streets talking the same ish regarding feminism and lesbianism and everything else. And it's amazing that he loves to talk or comment regarding life in the United States, particularly since he never stepped foot in the good USA. Okay. At least I visited the DR twice, so I can kind of say a little bit based on my observations. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. But I will say this much. I do appreciate all the love and all the support all of you have continued to give me. Okay. And I have to admit, I never thought that most of my subs would come from my shorts. But I do try to keep it relevant. I try to keep it humorous. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Because a lot of these people have mental health issues. You have individuals that spend hours and hours and hours talking about the same subject again and again and again. But excuse me. Yeah. Let's see. Just give me a moment. Yeah. You know what? I'll probably do it at some point. Okay. But to be perfectly honest, at times, I get tired of creating content, particularly content that's not well received. But you know what? You have to continue to produce content. There's going to be dry spells that no matter what you do, people don't view it, and then you're going to come up with one string, and all of a sudden, everyone's is focusing on that. Okay, so what I'm gonna excuse me. Now, what I'm gonna do is before I end this, I'm going to share. Uh, excuse me. one short, believe it or not, 2.7K views. So it really does touches my heart that people are watching my shorts. Okay, so just give me a moment. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna share this. It's so let me just share this. Yeah, I think he's doing it tonight. Okay, let's see if the image appears. Uh-huh. Okay. Excuse me.
Don't take one day for granted. Everything can change in a moment. Be grateful for all you have and all that you are. Remember who is the most important to you and always cherish them. Life is a gift and we are blessed. Life is
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I believe his is starting at 10:30. I'm gonna start to wrap this up because it is what it is. So of course, when it comes to open discussion, there are times when it gets popping, and then there's times when it gets slow. But I will continue to have these open discussion streams, and of course, all of you are more than welcome to opine. Okay, but I will be addressing mental health issues throughout the month of May. Okay, and I will say this again. You know, if you're dealing with mental health issues, don't look at it as something to be shameful. Just be honest yourself and get the help that you need. Okay, and always understand that no matter what difficulty you're going through, um, it's only temporary. So with that, I'm gonna close the same way that I always close. We must do everything possible to minimize our content with the mentally and intellectually challenged. Because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Wishing all of you a very wonderful night, a great weekend. Be the best version of yourself, and don't let anyone um, create a false narrative about you. So, with that being said, oh, and before I go, all of you are more than welcome to enter comments of the stream after the stream is over. Please keep it respectful, or else you will be blocked. Okay. With that being said, have a good night. Take care and peace.